So, who watched the UFC last night? Well, what scenes, eh? That was different, incredible. It was an entertaining fight, and Conor McGregor lost by submission, and then got attacked after by some cowardly people. One came in charging from the front, swinging at him, and the other came from behind and whacked him in the head a couple times. How cowardly is that? I didn't really want to talk about this, but it is a very, very severe case of ill sportsmanship, and Khabib wasn't given his title at the end, so hopefully he will be stripped. And I say hopefully because I am coming from an unbiased place, but I mean, the way he behaved after winning the fight, and the way his team behaved after winning the fight, was just not on, and it cannot be tolerated, and he needs to be punished for this. He cannot allow his team to attack a man who's just been in a fight for 20 minutes long with Khabib Nurmagomedov, who is a great fighter, and it was a very tough fight. And then Conor McGregor finishes that fight, loses by submission, so he has to deal with the disappointment of that, and then gets attacked after for really no apparent reason. I mean, yes, there was a lot of talking in the build-up, yes, the bus incident, but that's all been and gone. If they had a problem with that, then why wasn't it resolved before? Why wait till after the fight where he's slightly weakened after being beaten by Khabib, and then attack him then? It's just a cowardly act, and I don't see how it can go unpunished. Khabib should not be given his title, which I don't think he will be, and he should be banned for a lengthy sentence from the UFC. Dana White said he is disgusted with what happened last night, and it was the biggest event in the sports history, in UFC history, and you had that. I mean, it's not a very good advert, is it? I mean, I know, yes, it's going to sell probably other fights, maybe even sell a rematch, but it doesn't shine a good light on the sport. I mean, in boxing, there's been controversies and ring storms and fights between teams and that. But, I mean, this was just on a whole nother level. We didn't know really who these people were who were jumping in the ring. It kind of happened very, very quickly. And I don't see how they were allowed to storm the ring like that. Especially when it's easier to get into a boxing ring, so it's just go through the ropes. Whereas this, you have to scale the cage. I mean, it's ridiculous how they were allowed to even enter the ring. It is a great shame, and they have let their sport down by behaving like this, especially Khabib, after even winning the fight. His instinct should be to celebrate with his team, not go after someone else straight away. It is untasteful, and there is no place for it in sports. This is a sport at the end of the day. Yes, it is a combat sport, and emotions are running high, and obviously, these fighters have something in them where they want to fight. But that is absolutely no excuse for the behaviour that we saw last night. Something needs to be done. And UFC, it was a great event for UFC, and I'm just so disappointed at how it turned out. Because so many people were so happy and so joyous to be seeing an event like this that was so huge and shining a big spotlight on UFC. And we've had this. So, something needs to be done. Dana White has a lot of work to do. What do you guys think? What do you think of what happened last night? All of the carnage. And the fight itself. This is overshadowing the fight itself. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please also like, share and subscribe to the channel Crunch Boxing and Sport.